Morning, I'm Beetlejuice from Reddit's Wicked Edge, and it's another one of the Shave of the Day videos. Today I'm doing something fairly straightforward. This is a straight razor shave with a crown razor, and the crown, by the way, is out of Boston, Massachusetts. It's a antique. Again, I'd have to go and hit up my notes to remember what year it was. And a little bit of a note, by the way, those of you who are using Mr. Glow or Sago Real Lime Glycerin Oil, don't get it in your eye. Wow, does that burn. If you wanted to know if it was real lime in that, I don't think lime juice would have hurt that much. So, if I look a little squinty on one side, this is why. And just applying my Mitchell's Wool Fat. My personal go-to soap. This is also my Spoil Me Rotten shave of the week, so the only thing I'm missing is my light jazz, and I can't have that playing because YouTube will take down my video if I do. So for those of you who are beginning with the straight razor, the angle that you want, if you notice, or at least this is what's working for me, if you can see the angle that I'm holding the blade, this is approximately how I'm coming in with the grain pass. Razors have different personalities, and different ones will demand slightly different techniques. I have 9 or 10 classic straights that I rotate through, and each one's got a little bit of a different requirement for how it likes to shave. And again, something that I'll show you here for how to do something works for me. Understand that you do this exact same thing, it may be absolute trash for you. So one of the questions that we get a lot is, how do I do my jawline? As you can see, for me, it's come down till the jaw starts to curve away, and just let the blade go right past that point. And then hang back and stretch. Again, stretching the skin. So you see, that's moved the line. As you crank your head back, this shallows out. So it's less of a steep turn. From there, the head's tilted back. Again, the skin is stretched. And try and maintain that angle. Now as I change to a cross grain pass, close your razor if you're not holding it. If you change to a cross grain pass, your angle will change, and against the grain pass you'll steepen it severely. Again, not everybody can handle the against the grain pass. And my lather's dried out. The instant the blade passed it, I'll see if I can get the camera to play nice here. Maybe. It absolutely just collapsed as I touched it. So, when you get something that looks like that, stop. There's no hero awards. There's a little red badge of stupid if you keep pushing. We've all got those. Some more than others. Now, I typically wash off, but you can, if you want to be frugal, you can just dip the tip of the brush in water and re-lather right over the dry stuff. But if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you've got a thinner mix than you would just coming up out of the bowl. So, again. See? Right past the curve. Don't try to chase this one. This is where you get into problems. This is as you're trying to readjust your line, you can dig in. Don't. You're better off doing something like this. And yes, that's more of an against the grain pass for my hair. Or cross grain, I should say. And there you go. There's your first pass in the bag. Again, people like to imagine that wet shaving, particularly straight razor, is exceptionally dangerous, and there is certainly elevated risk over a cartridge. You're using a naked blade or a less girded blade in the case of a double edge. So yes, there is potential for some serious facial reconstruction. However, it's like handling a gun. You can kill yourself with table salt. You can kill yourself with your daily dose of table salt in one sitting, oddly enough, if you can keep it down. Please don't try and test that theory, anybody? So anything is dangerous. A little skip may have just cost me. That's what I get for not having my hand in the correct position. No, I got lucky. I would rather be good than lucky. I'll take lucky when it comes, but with this system, don't go for luck. The other trick with this is you're not trying to get it all at once. Absolutely not. For one, you won't. For two, in order to do that, you're going to wind up doing either really hard pressure or repeated passes in a way that it's not conducive to a good shave. You're better off doing multiple passes and cutting it down a little bit at a time. I'm just rehydrating here because my face is feeling a little dry. It's probably got something to do with the fact that the central air conditioner has been going behind me, and the central heating has been running behind me, air conditioner. None of it is outdoor temperatures. Let's try some cleaner water. again. Your weekly shave, of course, unless you're shaving at night, you've got all kinds of time, will of course be a little more abbreviated than this. This is my, as I said, this is my treat for the week, basically. And we'll take at least one nice long shave. Just adding a bit more water here. This last one will be a against the grain pass. By the way that I'm brushing is, and sorry I cannot remember the username who pointed this out. He also got blasted with a talkback from Mantic on Shavologist for his post on a bunch of things he wished he'd known as he started out and mistakes he's made. I realized actually, and I do apologize to the new guys who've been watching my videos, and I tend to do stuff fast because I forget, you know, some of the stuff is second nature now. The brush is actually floated in so that you're scrubbing the tips, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to massage the brush tips down into the follicles to try and lift your beard hair. It'll also work as a exfoliation, so it gets dirt out from underneath the level of the skin, so there's some benefit there as well. And finally, it's a final build of the soap. If you've noticed that this is getting richer and more dense as I work it, and the reason for that is just simply the mechanical action of the brushes and a slight loss of moisture as it's going. Then finally, it's me brushing against the grain with my beard, like so. Might not always look like this. Again, like razors, different soaps have different moods, different flavors. Some go on thinner. Creams are typically a very thick, very luxurious lather. Soaps may or may not be, depending. If you transition between the two, it may get frustrating if you're not aware of that. You know, and it never looks like it does coming out of the can. Now, when I started this, I said that your angle changes as you shave. With the against the grain, the blade for me is almost a spine on the skin. It's not absolutely dead critical that you keep rinsing your blade as much as you're hearing me do, but whatever you do, do not let the foam creep down the blade towards the tang where your fingers are. You must keep this dry. That area must be dry and free of soap. Loss of control, just unpleasant. Oh, by the way, not that I typically am without a beard and don't do the mustache area, I will mention this, and this goes for the ears as well. That edge never gets pointed at this or these, unless you like the Voldemort look, and then, you know, good on you. However, those of you who have a beard, trimming like this works for me quite well, but I have found make sure that your beard is moistened. Hair is much more likely to get cut properly when it's loaded with water, and that's just an extension of shaving in general, right? A dry hair will not cut as easily. Okay, so now that that's done, just a quick rinse. Cooler water this time, not ice cold. That helps tighten up your pores. Can help seal any small bleeders that you may have. It won't stop anything heavy duty. Anything that you got in terms of a bleeder, you should probably deal with as you're shaving, either by styptic pencil, alum blockers, product like liquid styptic, like my nick is sealed. I'm just using an alum block here to final tighten up the pores. And that's an antiseptic and astringent as well, so it helps cut down on infection. It may or may not sting for you. Some people claim it always stings. Some people claim it only stings if they've had a rough shave. I find there's always a little bit of a tingle, but I wouldn't say it burns. It certainly, well, there are one or two shaves that I'm not going to talk about, but at least not here. And you may want to apply a moisturizing aftershave or an aftershave balm. There are multiple on the market. I've got a couple that I use. GUF Trumpers Lime's Skin Food is one. This is just jojoba oil. I've also used almond oil. I find it works quite well to protect my skin. And of course, I've been working outside this week, so my face is absolutely destroyed. And there you go. The only other thing to do, and again, totally optional, is throw a aftershave liquid on it. In my case, I'm using homemade bay rum. And there you go. It's the weekend luxury shave, Beetlejuice style. And I've got some new gear that I'll be reviewing throughout the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. Until next time, I'm Beetlejuice for Reddit's Wicked Edge, and keep 'em sharp.